The moment that all of us have been waiting for is finally here. The mobile version for the 7 Deadly Sins Origin is finally available for pre-registrations on both Apple and Android stores. Surprisingly, even that little announcement has brought a lot of great news that we can discuss in this video. Let's begin with the most important part, that being mobile user interface. Personally, I think that this user interface looks absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to experience the game on my own phone. However, I do have some things to say about it. And I think you guys will agree with me on those points. Now let's quickly knock the negatives out of the way, and then we can begin with the positives. The only complaint I have is about the character icons. As nice and as unique as they look, I think it will present certain problems during the gameplay, because they are really close to the buttons for attacking and jumping, and the top character icon is really close to the icon of the map and the blue Book of the Stars icon. So I think if someone with rather big fingers is playing, they might have some difficulties. But at the same time, if the game has adjustable UI as most other gacha games, I think it won't be a problem. So basically, my only complaint is easily solvable. Also, this is how it looks like for iPads and other tablets. And like literally just move the character icons slightly higher and that's it, no complaints. It looks absolutely perfect. Now, one thing I'm slightly confused about is why did they actually redesign almost every icon on the top right part of the screen? It's literally fully redesigned. The notifications button is no longer there. The characters menu is changed from a knight to a gladiator. The backpack icon for items is also fully changed. The only thing that remains same is the gacha icon, and at the same time every other icon has also switched places too, which is interesting. Is it something that games often do with the mobile implementations of them? If you guys know that, just let me know. I'm actually really interested. Like, it's actually quite strange just how much effort they actually put into the redesign for the mobile user interface. Even the time formatting is fully changed. As you can see on the right, it literally has AM and subsequently will have PM to show if it's day or if it's night, which on the PC version it just uses sun and the moon to show that, but on the mobile version it actually just shows it like that. So which is strange, but it's welcome. The more redesigns they are gonna do, sure, whatever, but my question is why? Just extra effort for what reason? I'm not gonna complain a lot about it, but it's just strange from Netmarble. They are not known for being this company that really likes to do something like this. Wait, actually I had a revelation. Now that I think about it, maybe the plus button actually shows the time like that? I don't know. What do you guys think? HP bar and points for switching are also redesigned. I don't understand why they did that, it already looked perfect, but I think it works for mobile better. I don't know, it's just me. But what do you guys think? But the stamina bar and ultimate points remain the same. Also, the enemy HP bar has been fully redesigned and there is no longer a name displayed on top of it. And on the right side of it, there is no elemental effect displayed anymore. Before I continue with the breakdown, just look how cool those user interfaces look. I absolutely love it and I cannot wait to play the game. Also on the right side, Tristan has an extra ability displayed for some reason. Maybe he has an extra ability, maybe he does not, maybe just for summoning the mounts. But you know guys what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the unique abilities that someone like Tiore for example has, and Grimoire. So it's either a mistake or a button for something else. Now let's continue. The icons for special abilities remain the same, as well as the ultimate, but there are no longer ultimate points required to use the ultimate displayed on top of the button. Also, since the character icons have been changed, they made a really cool move. So instead of the weapons being displayed on the right side of the character icons, instead you can see the weapon on the button that's responsible for normal attacks and combos. So it's absolutely great and a very creative way to display what weapon the character is using. And obviously the typical jump and sprint buttons are also displayed right to the attack button. Now, that's as far as the mobile experience is concerned, and I think that we will not be receiving any information regarding how the mobile gameplay looks anytime soon, at least not until the beta concludes, and we don't even know when the beta starts. So let's just wait and see what else we will see. However, that does not mean that the video is over. There's still more to cover actually. There's also this great picture, and I gotta say, I think this basically confirms that the game will have a multiplayer functionality where 5 people will be able to play together as a party, which is genuinely incredible. Wuthering Waves only allows for 3-player party, and Genshin Impact allows for 4, so basically having a party of 5 players is obviously better. And also don't forget that each player can hold all 4 of their characters, unlike both Genshin and Wuthering Waves, where each player only gets 1. Also, this picture kinda shows where the fairy forest is relatively to Lyoness, and it kinda makes sense actually if you look on the actual map of the Britannia. Another great thing I saw on the Google Play Store page of the game is actually the fact that you will be able to play the mobile version of the game on the PC using the Google Play Games PC client. Now, someone might ask, what's great about it? Wouldn't they rather play PC version on the PC rather than the mobile version? And let me tell you something. The game is built on Unreal Engine 5 and it's super demanding. Obviously, the mobile version will be cut down. So, if you are experiencing issues or low frame rates on the PC version of the game, you can download the mobile version of the game on the PC using the Google Play Games client, and you will get higher FPS, although slightly lesser visual quality, because obviously the character models and the map and everything will be slightly cut down in terms of quality when it comes to the mobile version. Okay, quick story time. On the 7 Deadly Sins Origin Discord server, one of the moderators showed me their PC specs, and they had a laptop with integrated graphics, and when I saw the specs, I told them that they will not be able to play the game on that PC, unfortunately, because it simply did not meet even the minimum requirements shown on the Steam page of the game. So this Google Play Games PC client basically fixes that, and now they can play the mobile version on the PC using basically the same controls, and obviously instead of absolutely not being able to play, they can now play and enjoy the game. Well, of course, with slightly cut down visuals, but still, would they not rather play than not play at all? Anyway, surprisingly, even though the announcement was quite little, we are still not done with the video, there's still more to talk about. So let's just continue. There are now 2 separate sets of rewards depending on how you pre-registered, and obviously if you did both versions of pre-registrations, you will receive both set of rewards. Which is kind of strange, because let's say someone does not want to pre-register on mobile, or simply just can't, because I see a lot of people complaining that they simply just cannot see the game on their respective stores, because the game is simply that demanding on mobile and requires that high specs. So it's strange, and even if they do pre-register from the mobile, if they play on the PC, how are they supposed to confirm that they pre-registered from the mobile store? Hopefully this type of pre-registration changes. They did say that it might be subject to change, so hopefully it changes for the better. Now, with that announcement, we actually finally get our first look at in-game items. The first item is called a draw ticket, and seems like you need 10 of them to simply just perform a temple. Also, since it's purple, I would assume that it's not the premium one, and the premium one is probably gold, like usually in other gachas, for example in Wuthering Waves. And most likely the golden one will be used to summon on newer premium banners with new units, and the purple one will be for the regular banner. The next one is simply just gold, which will be used for almost everything in the game, including character upgrades, weapon upgrades, character awakenings, buying stuff, and much more. The third item is called Supreme Mastery EXP, which will be used for character upgrades. Fourth item is called Premium Enhancement Stone, which will be used for weapon upgrades. And the last one is a dish called Grilled Beef, which will be used for healing your characters. And lastly, let's go over the monetization that will be present in the game. Just like Grand Cross, Origin will also be using diamonds as the premium currency. And here is the pricing for packs related to diamonds. Now, I did some calculations and made it on a dollar-to-dollar basis to compare it to Wuthering Waves, so let's try to figure out what a multi-summon might cost in Origin. Here's a little graph I made, so let me break it down for you. Basically, for $1 you're able to get 60 Lunites. Lunites can be transferred into Astrite, and Astrite can be used to purchase basically summon tickets, called tides in Wuthering Waves. Now for the same amount of money, you're able to get 100 gems in Origin. So basically, 60 Lunites is equal to 100 gems. So basically, 1 Lunite is about an equivalent to 1.67 gems. So, to perform a single summon in Wuthering Waves, you need 160 Lunite, and the equivalent in Origin will be about 270 gems. So, for a 10 character pool, well, not character, but a 10 pool in general, you will need about 2700 gems. In solo leveling Arise, for example, each ticket costs about 250 of the premium currency, so it's not really that far off from the Origin. But obviously this is just a speculation, and we will find out more in either Tokyo Game Show or in the beta. So let's be on the lookout for that. Well, this is all for now. So if you enjoyed the video or find it useful, make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you want, and have a wonderful day.